With a growing sense of frustration, educators nonetheless continue to pursue that elusive goal of universal literacy. Children are being taught to read at an ever younger age, and those who cannot read, or will not, are being judged as failures. Do you notice that everybody is sitting? Is reading a sedentary activity? Is it just a matter of getting those little ones sitting still long enough? Well, this girl isn't sitting, and neither is she. Waldorf teachers know that joyful movement through games and through free play helps to prepare children to write and to read. If this sounds unlikely to you, join us as we explore the Waldorf school approach to literacy and discover Waldorf education. Circle games help the children to integrate the skills that they will need to read and write. They learn the relationship of the part to the whole. Through singing and moving, their kinesthetic, spatial, musical, and interpersonal intelligences are stimulated, and through the clarity and beauty of language that they speak and move and sing, their speech, hearing, and seeing are brought together. Games with beanbags cultivate uprightness, good posture, and tracking ability, all of which are prerequisites for learning to write and to read. Standing straight and tall is also the theme of this form drawing. Work with vertical lines on paper helps the child find a new orientation in space. Gaining a sense for what is vertical will also be of great help to the child as she works with reading and writing. Drawing circles freehand gives a child a sense for the other element of letters, the curve line. Straight lines and curve lines are brought together. This gives a child a feeling for symmetry and also helps the child with laterality. Running forms that flow from left to right introduce the horizontal plane and awaken a sense in the child for movement along a line. Now forms are introduced in which straight lines and curves are so arranged that the rudiments of letters are formed. The names of the letters are not given to these forms, so that the children can work on them in the same relaxed way that they've worked on all other form drawings. But the teacher can now observe which children, when they are learning their letters, may have difficulties with reversal or with distinguishing up and down movements. As first graders progress from playful movement to clarity of form, they are like athletes working out in the gym to develop muscles and skill sets before the big game. And how do the children finally arrive at these letters? One more step lies ahead. It's all about beauty and imagination, and we'll watch it happen in our next video, From Story to Letter. For thousands of years, human civilization was formed and perpetuated by the oral tradition. As our forebears' remarkable power of memory faded, mnemonic devices took their place. Such devices may be found among the earliest cave drawings and temple paintings. Vibrant images help to recollect the words of the priest, or shaman, or skald. These images, in time, gave way to the skeletal pictures of Egyptian hieroglyphs and Chinese ideograms, until at last among the Mesopotamians, the Phoenicians, and the Israelites, a picture-free alphabet arose. The ancient Athenians disseminated reading and writing more widely, while the Romans formed and codified the letters used today in the Western world. A school that could lead children through a recapitulation of the process through which humanity discovered literacy might ease the way to its mastery. In fact, this is precisely the way in which children learn to read and write in over 1,000 Waldorf schools worldwide. Discover Waldorf education. The first grade teacher begins the week by telling the children a fairy tale, continuing the oral tradition. On Tuesday, the children help to review the story, stimulating their memories and creating images. The teacher now shows the children a drawing that she has done, either on the blackboard or on paper. This drawing will emphasize one or another element of the story, in this case, the D for donkey. Unlike posters and bulletin boards, the blackboard drawings found in Waldorf classrooms are created by the class teacher. They are beautiful and they are functional, for they help the children to see how letters metamorphose out of the world around them. Here a teacher has drawn mountains on the board, and this is a child's rendition. It readily leads, like a hieroglyph, to the letter M.
Light brown. And show the shape of the feet a little bit. Yeah, see.
Under the guidance of their teacher, first graders create their own textbooks. Their pages are soon filled with images rendered in beeswax crayon, and the letters that arise out of each image. The sound and the structure of every letter is further supported by the children's immersion in form drawing and movement games. Every week, the children learn 1 or 2 or 3 letters by partaking in the recapitulation of thousands of years of human progress. A poem that the class already knows by heart is now inscribed using their newly learned letters. Shortly thereafter, a beloved story is carefully written down. In a perfectly natural and stress-free way, in accordance with the genesis of literacy itself, reading now begins. As they segue from story to ideogram, to letter to word, the first graders become part of a process, not merely the consumers of a finished product. When reading and writing are taught in this way, then learning serves life.